Okay guys, this is my second video on these D-ring pull cables to release your recliner on the couch or recliner, what have you. This is a Natuzzi couch and my ring broke, or cable broke a long time ago, so I bought another one. I think it lasted a year. And then this one lasted even less than a year, the latest one. So I bought a 2-pack, which I wasn't thrilled with. They're kind of hard to figure out which ones to buy, but one of my problems I pointed out in my first video was that this new one that I just bought has the feature I didn't care for. As you can see, they put this plastic sleeve in here to make it slide better, but they didn't extend it long enough so that when you pull it, it actually catches here and doesn't let the couch footrest lock back in. So you kind of have to jiggle it until it snaps in. It's not the end of the world, but you'll see over time it'll wear a slot in here and start to wear that out. That's what happened to one of mine. And then mine, of course, broke over time down there. I don't know why they can't just make these things like for real, instead of screwing around with thin cable that breaks over a short period of time. So this is what they're calling the S attachment. So, and then the distance you're measuring again is this for your pull. So when I pull this, you know, that's kind of the pull distance, and then the overall distance, the whole length of the whole thing, is one of the measurements. So you got to kind of match up your old cable. Now let me show you the fun stuff about doing this. Well, first of all, like I said, this is a Natuzzi brand couch, so I'll just show you the brand real quick. Natuzzi. And I got my flashlight in there already. I tilted the couch up, as you can see. Helps to just tilt the whole thing up. It really helps to have a second person to help lift up this footrest when you release it. But what's going on here, I'll show you. Here's my old cable here, if you can see it. And of course, as I used pliers to pinch that fitting out, I broke it off. That fitting right there, that plastic fitting, she can be a real bitch because it kind of teeter-totters itself in there with its teeth. So you get one tooth out and the other tooth bites harder, and vice versa, back and forth. So basically, it might be easier just to destroy it on the way out. So what I'm going to do next is take your nasty little screwdriver, one of your junk ones, and I'm going to stick it in here like this. See that damn thing? I've already tried pinching it out 10 times. And then I'm just going to whack it with a hammer and split it in half so it falls out. So that's one way to get that out. So just make sure once you put that thing in there, that's where you want it, because the damn thing is tough. Let me see if I twist it. Will I break it? Okay, I think I busted it. Let's see what happens. Did it come out in pieces? Something broke. There, I did push it through. Okay, so the little pieces fell down in there. See the hole's open now? That little rectangular hole. And so that S-clip, as you guys know, goes into one of these 3 holes. Can you see that? Let's see where we're at. Yeah, there we are. See those 3 holes? Well, actually, there's a spring in one of them. So the bottom 2 holes there is where it goes into. And then, because of the way Natuzzi put the couch together, this outer wall, the armrest area, is where I was forced to mount the new D-ring, because I'd have to disassemble the entire couch. This is one of those couches that they hit it down in a crevice, which is a pain in the butt. So here's my old broken off D-ring handle. Those cables get kind of nasty. They prick you, start tearing things up. But I had to, if you can see that, I had to screw it to the, shoot, you can't. Okay guys, to pick up where we left off, it's easiest to thread the cable through. That's my old cable, but the new one, if you can see it down there, I attached it already. There it is. Now, here's the trick to, let me see if I can get this in there. Okay, here's the trick to measuring these things. Mine is too long. My pull distance, that spring distance. So sorry about the shadows. So that length of pull distance there, the length of that spring is too long on this particular one. I'm going to make it work because I don't feel like ordering another one and they all seem to break, but I think I'm going to go direct into Tootsie next time. As you can see, I got a lot of slack between here, and it shouldn't be like that. So it should be kind of taut already. So that's the critical part of getting it to match your other cable in that length. I'm just going to put this one in, and because I waited too long to replace it because I ordered it from Amazon months ago and never bothered with it until now. I should have checked it out, returned it, and so forth. But I fed the new cable down through the top. You want to obviously try to avoid sharp bends. I don't know if you can see where I'm coming in. That's my old one. There's my new one. The old one's on the left there. Avoid sharp bends. As I said, I have to screw it into the outside wall. So I'm going to put the couch back down to do that because it's much easier to use your body weight to push the cushion down out of the way with your knee or what have you while you do the screw gun. And to protect your leather in a sense, I'll show you what I mean. As I showed you, or I started to show you earlier, this one's got the D-ring pushed down in here. Let's see if I can show it to you. Oh, there we go. That's my new one. Only a couple hands here. There it is. There's my old one screwed to the wall there, if you can see that. See the screw back there? So that one's the old one screwed to the wall where it broke off. You see the broke off head. This is my new one just sitting there right now. I'm going to go screw this one to the wall. Now the trick to doing that is I'm going to put the couch back down. That means I can put my knee on this cushion. I can put my... Why is that getting blurry? There we go. I can put my knee on this cushion, and the way to protect your cushion and what have you from tearing it up with a screw gun or screwdriver is to put some cardboard or a magazine in there and let the screw gun rub against the magazine or cardboard instead of the leather. Or, you know, it obviously just helps hold the whole leather down out of the way. Doesn't hurt to have a helping hand pulling things up out of the way for you. But I'll get this one installed. It'll probably work for another year or so, or 6, 8, 9 months a year, and then we'll go from there. And I'm going to probably just order the Tootsie original if I can next time. I tried that actually, but the Tootsie one came and it was not OEM. It was something else. Supposed Tootsie one came. Guess I shouldn't have ordered it on Amazon, but well, I hope that helps. You saw how to get it out, break it apart if you have to. You saw that this little thing can catch, and you saw that this little pinch clip can be a bear, because I said those teeth can wrestle with you multiple ways. So you might have to break it out, and then that length is critical. Make sure that length is good. And this is again what they call the S fastener. There's other styles, but that's the S one. Okay, good luck. Talk to you later. Bye. Okay guys, I decided to keep doing the video and show you how to get that in there. So as I mentioned, you can flip the couch back down, which I did. It's level now, back to its position. And I put a magazine here, and then you get your knee and you shove it down on there. And now we expose everything. So here you can see my old one. I crunch it down. Here's my old one, screwed to this outside wall, which I will now back out, and my new one ready to go in the same position. And it works fine, even though I have that slack I mentioned to you. Let me get a flashlight so you guys can see a little better. So as I mentioned, it's on the outside wall. I'll get this new one out of the way. Crunch it down with your magazine or cardboard, and there you got it. You'll find a piece of wood. Just feel around with your fingers, and you'll find some wood on the outside frame to get into and screw it to. So I'm going to try to avoid the sharp bends again. So I'm probably going to angle my cable further, you know, twist that fitting there that you see facing towards the front of the couch so that it makes a nicer sweep, so the pull is not as difficult. So that's how you do that. You can kind of see, I think, where I marked my old one, the previous one, with a magic marker, so I could line it up, but I didn't need to do that this time. Well, you can do that, obviously, if you're trying to mark where the wood is, because there's not wood everywhere, at least not in mine. So All right, I'm going to go tackle this again. Use your knee or a helping hand. I got the footrest kicked out to make it lower. Helps lower the seat position so you can dig in here deeper. All right, talk to you guys later. I'll get this screwed in and it's all done. Talk to you later. Okay guys, I got it all screwed in. I just figured I'd give you the final show. The old one's out. Screwed the new one in. Like I said, I angled it towards the front of the couch more so that the pull would be easier. And it is very easy and smooth, so it does work well, even despite the slack and so forth. And it hasn't been catching, so as you can see, I can just kind of give it a little tug with my thumb. And the footrest kicked out, as you can see. And it's not catching on the way back in like it could catch, obviously, but this one's popping off nicely. So, like I said, use your magazine. Get your magazine, like I said, squish it down. And then you can shove your screw gun against that real hard and drive your screws in and out so that you don't tear up the leather. So that's the end of it. It works good. It's actually easier than it's been in a long time. A little pull, so the angle might be a little better. And like I said, you'll find wood there to screw into and you're good to go. Hope that helps. Take care, guys. Bye.